Hello everyone, just wanted to show you how I'm doing my stuffed peppers. We have some long grain rice, ground beef, stuffed peppers, I got about 3 there, mozzarella, onion, tomato sauce, and then I also have tomato juice. So that's all the ingredients you have to use, and I'm going to show you each step one at a time, so I'll be back. Okay, what we're going to do here, I got the 3 peppers. What we're going to do, we're going to cut the tops out of them. So what I do is, what I do, go around and just cut the tops. I don't mind if I get into it a little bit on the sides, but I just take the tops out. And sometimes if you loosen it, it grabs some of that stem with it, see? And then we got to clean the seeds out. So I'm going to do that to all these other ones. I don't do stuffed peppers for the whole family because the whole family don't like peppers, but me and the old man do. But I do make extra filling, like the ground beef and the rice for them. And then I make other things for sides. So you kind of want to have it like cleaned out like that. You don't want those seeds, I'll get those out, but you just kind of want it cleaned out. I just pick it out with my hands because putting a knife in there ain't gonna help. I can't wait to grow my peppers this year. See? Get this all cleaned out here. You don't see that I cut a little bit, but it'll be alright. Okay, I got to get some water boiling for these, and then what we're going to do, we'll plop these in there and cook them for like 5 to 7 minutes. But you got to start the water first and boil, so I will be back. Okay, so what I did is I filled up the pot pretty much almost to the edge because you want it full for the peppers. And if your whole family likes peppers, you're going to need a bigger pot. But this is what I do. And then you need to start your heat and put it on high. So that's to start that, and then I'll be back with the other. Okay, next we're going to get started on the rice. I use the long grain rice. Some people use minute rice, but I just buy a big old bag because I got a big old family. So I get it from CFS. So we're going to do it by serving and whatever it says on the packet. So I will be back when I get all of that together. Okay, so what I did from the bag, I did the 10 servings. So there's 2.5 cups of rice, 5 cups of water, and 2.5 tablespoons of butter. And I gotta start that and have it boiling. So I'll be back when all that is, when that's boiling and when that starts to boil. Okay, so while I'm waiting on the rice and the water to start boiling for the peppers, I am going to start my meat. So what I do is, of course, that is probably about 3 pounds of meat right there. But, yeah, I have an army. Hold on, I gotta open this. So I'll be right back. Okay, so what I do, then you let this brown up. And then we're going to add onions next. So I'll show you here in a minute on cutting the onions. Okay, next we're going to cut the onion. So, hold on. There we go. And then when the meat gets done browning up, won't drain it yet. We're going to add the onions to it and let them get soft. This is how I do my onions. I'm only doing one. Yeah, it's a pretty big one, so it'll be good. My meat's starting to brown out some. I know I need a better system of cutting onions, but this is what I got. This is what I've always done. And it's good. So, okay. So there's the onions all cut up. When the meat browns up, I'm going to add these to them, but I'll bring you back when I do that. Alright guys, it's time to pop the peppers in the water. So, here we go. I'm going to have to smush them down in there. Get some water in them. And you let them boil for 5 to 7 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. So be back when they're done. And the rice I covered, it was boiling. So, and I turned it down. Alright guys, the meat is all browned up and all done. We're going to drop these onions in. And then we're going to cook those until they're all soft. So I will be back when that is all done. Okay, as you can see, I got about a minute. Well, I guess less than a minute. I'm going to take these out and I'm going to put them in my dish right there. So, this is what I do. Okay, and then the meat's almost done with the onions, but I'll be back. Okay, so the onions are all softened, so what you're going to do, you're going to take it over and you're going to drain it. We're still going to return it to the skillet. We're going to drain it. I drain it in my sink, unfortunately. And then I'm going to put it back over here. I'm going to turn the heat off real quick. And then when that drains, we're going to put it back in the pot. So give it a few minutes. Okay. What we're going to do now is I'm going to take this meat and I'm going to put it in this big old pot because I don't have room in here to add the rice and the cheese and the tomato sauce. So I got to put it in this big pot. So I'm going to put this meat, probably that whole bag of cheese, and I'm not sure if I'll use all 6 of these cans, but I'll let you know when I get back. And I'm going to dump it all in here, and then I'll be right back. So, okay, I put the cheese in there. I forgot, you're going to put garlic salt and regular salt in with this, with the tomato sauce, okay? Alright, so I mixed everything in there. That's about the consistency you want. And then we're going to stuff the peppers, okay? So, let's see if I can do this with one hand. So, look how cheesy that looks. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand. So, I'm going to stuff the peppers and show you when I get back. Okay, guys, so I stuffed the peppers. And what I'm going to do with the leftover stuff, I'm going to fill it in around so the stuffed peppers will stay in place. So, I'll show you that when I get back. Okay, so there it is. I got it all mixed up, and see, I still have leftovers, so I'll have to do another dish with that and pop it in the toaster oven when this is done. So, okay, now we're going to do is we're going to pour this tomato juice over the top of it. And then we're going to pop it Well, I'm popping it in the toaster oven. Oh no, we got to cover it. And then I'm going to pop it. I'm going to cover it and then I'll show you. I'm going to pop it in my toaster oven. Hold on. Okay, so I've already popped it in my toaster oven. I had my toaster oven preheating at 350 and it was on because the lid was closed. And then you put it in there for 45 minutes. So it sits there for 45 minutes. So we'll be back when that's done. Alright guys, it's been 45 minutes. I'm going to take this out of the toaster oven. I'm going to take the foil off. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do next when I come back. Okay, I'm going to take the foil off. Be careful. Oh, look at that. And then we're going to add cheese. So I'll be right back. Okay, what I did is I added cheese to the top of it, as you can see. And then I'm popping it back in the toaster oven for a good, probably another 15-20 minutes. So we'll be back when that's done. Alright, here's the finish from the toaster oven. We'll be back with a picture of the total plate when we're all done.